St. Augustine High School has taken on the PBS invitation to cover some of the aftermath of the BP oil spill on the New Orleans metropolitan area. While a number of traders have declined an interview, we have managed to interview a small group of individuals.
Hi, I'm Christopher Banks. We're out here today at Market Wego in West Wego, right outside of New Orleans, to talk to some of the traders about how business has changed in the last 6 months and if any claims have been filed or met in the last 6 months after the BP oil spill. So, I just have a couple of questions to ask. How has business changed over the last 6 months after the effects of the BP oil spill?
Right after the oil spill, it was like the holidays hit. Everybody was stocking up on shrimp, coming out, getting them, and then after that, after like the last month, it was slow. It dwindled down. Prices had gone up a little bit, so people they didn't want to buy, they didn't want to pay what they could for them, and then they didn't trust the seafood after.
Oh, so you're saying people didn't trust the safety of the seafood?
Yeah, but the seafood's fine.
I just have a couple of questions. Have any claims been filed or met since the BP oil spill?
Claims have been filed, and some of them have been met, but they've kind of been slow on the claims. I know people that have problems on homes, whether it's the name or it's just being late.
Now, what do you mean by name?
They'll put the wrong name, like for instance, my dad's a junior, and they'll put senior or the wrong name. You can't cash it without the full name.
I just have a couple of questions. Number one, has any files been made or claimed in the last 6 months after the BP oil spill to you or your immediate business?
Yeah, I filed a claim.
Have any of them been met?
No. Claims been met. It always states that it's in the final review. They calculate and say how much they send you. Claim was filed in August. It hadn't anything been done.
And now this month is November, so it's been pretty much on and off since August. And what's the process like for filing a claim?
Well, you send all your W-2s, your taxes, what you file, send all your paperwork in, document it, long as they got everything. And they told me they had everything, all the paperwork that they needed. They don't need any more information. Just sit there and wait for a check.
Has there been an issue with customers coming in and asking about the safety or quality of your seafood?
Yes, plenty. They say oil on the shrimp, oil on the crabs, but it's not so.
I just wanted to ask a few questions since it's Thanksgiving and all. Has Thanksgiving affected your business counters?
I mean, this affected a lot of ways. The question every day is seafood safe? Can we eat it? I mean, is BP still checking for the food? I mean, every now and then you have some shrimp that come in. Since most of this time of the year is all IQF shrimp, which is shrimp that comes from the freezer that's been stored when the fresh shrimp season stopped, and they kind of get a little black in the head from being in the freezer so much that people question, was that from the oil? You know, customers complaining, they're afraid to come. Usually this time of the year, this lot is jam-packed all the way to the end. I mean, business is supposed to be non-stop, lines crazy. As you see now, I mean, it's kind of slow out here. We're hoping for the best that it'll pick up, but I know, dude. Usually it's over there, and that's where we have the police officer once around, because I mean, it gets crazy out here.
Have you made any sort of claims to BP that have been met or?
Oh, we made claims to BP. When BP was in charge, BP was, I mean, I had no complaints with them. My check was there every once a month. I mean, right on time, sometimes ahead of schedule. As soon as they switched over to GCCF, I mean, claims has been backed up. I mean, promises that was made wasn't ever kept. I mean, it's going on now 2-3 months since we've seen the check from GCCF.
Hello, here with me today is Miss Anna Lewis from Louisiana Fresh Produce Company.
I'm Anna Lewis, Louisiana Fresh Produce Company. I have been in the produce business for over 30 years. I'm produce manager over there, and I'm happy to be here today. Thank you.
My first question is, how has the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, the BP oil spill, affected your business?
BP oil spill has affected our business in the following ways. One, we have actually had the busiest summer we have had in many years. And the reason for that is the amount of men and women that BP brought in for the cleanup. They actually built a little city. They had to feed a lot of people. Then we also had local, national, and international media here from around the world doing 24/7 coverage of the oil spill. No one has ever had a disaster, an oil spill disaster to this magnitude, and they were here filling our hotels, eating at our restaurants. So that gave us a lot of business. We also have some restaurants that are strictly seafood restaurants, and those restaurants suffered dearly. Some of them temporarily closed. Some of them had to change their menu. When they served all seafood, they had to make changes and put new items on the menu that did not include seafood. It was definitely not available here, and they had to go elsewhere, and the price was enormous. So that's how it affected our business.
Is there anything else you would like to address before we close?
I think it's everyone's responsibility, whether you're a business, family, if you're a citizen of this United States or anywhere in the world, you need to know what's in your environment, what can harm your environment, what could basically cause a problem so bad like this oil spill. We all have to work together, put our heads together, and come up with a solution that can protect our waterways, protect our land, because we're all eating food from all the oceans. We're all breathing air from every sky. So we need to be concerned about this. It's our environment, and we do have the right to ask.
On behalf of St. Augustine High School, I'd like to say thank you for joining.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time and letting me share my opinions.
Alright, hi, I'm Christopher Banks from St. Augustine High School. And what's your name?
Catherine Wilson.
And where are we today?
We're at DiMartino's, Buffalo Isles.
Alright, I just have a couple of quick questions real quick. Number one, how has the Gulf oil spill indirectly or directly affected your business?
It made it really hard for us to obtain seafood. We had to actually go to different states to get our seafood, from oysters or shrimp.
Really, like, how far did y'all have to go?
We got some from Texas, and we had to go to Alabama.
Oh man, and
It also drove the cost up.
really, by like how much?
Oh, $3 a sandwich.
So is there anything you do different because of the oil spill?
We appreciate our seafood. And we shop carefully.
And one more thing, how has the oil spill affected your customers, if it did?
I don't think it has at all.
At all?
Not at all.
Alright, well, thank you.
Thank you.
My students on CBS or something.
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay, so basically, why don't you tell me who you are, where you work, what's your position?
Okay. My name's Kent Bondi. I am the owner of Castanet Seafood. We've been here approximately 23 years.
Okay, what is your take on the BP oil spill?
Well, it has been about 3 months now. Cost of product has been up, which some of it has come down. The oyster industry with the freshwater diversion from the river is hurting oysters. We do have an oyster house that we laid off approximately 10 ladies and 2 gentlemen. One of them still working for me, but we laid them off. That was the second week in July they've been laid off. And we don't know if we're going to resume back open. All went.
Alright, so you did have to lay off workers. You did have setbacks. The prices of seafood did go up.
Outrageously, and some things we couldn't even get. Now, some of that has come back down. Some of the seafood has come back down. Oysters have not, but some of our stuff has come down. Some of it went way up, and then now it's coming back down a little at a time. Everybody at Castanet actually took at least a 5-hour a week cut. And we laid off 10, 12 people. We totally shut the oyster house part down. People don't realize we do have an oyster house in the back. We totally shut that down.
And you had to shut all those out down.
That's okay.
Okay. What about when the oil spill first happened? What were some of the
Sorry about that.
what were some of the setbacks that you had when the oil spill first happened?
When it first happened, we did get a complete impact of people rushing to buy, which was a good thing. It boosted sales for like a week or two. I mean, people just went like, hey, never gonna have seafood again. So we did have a massive boost of seafood.